Hi all, welcome to another Seasons in Garden video. Today we're going to start working on the irrigation system for the raised beds and some other areas of the garden. So I have the irrigation pipe. I have the pipe that will transfer the water to the irrigation pipe, and I also have here all of the little elbows and bits and pieces that we will need to make the irrigation work. This would be much easier if I hadn't already filled in the bed and planted the seeds, but oh well. I'm going to run the line from this bed over other two beds in this line and then towards this little flower bed over here. Below the mesh that is over there, through this flower bed with the cat, all the way up to the rain barrels. And today I'm not going to do a lot, I'm just going to start with the process because it was quite cold and it was too cold to work with the pipe. The pipes are much easier to work with when it's like a warm day and you have sun and you leave the pipes on the sun. So, lesson learned. The only thing that I did this day is I had just pulled the pipe through the bed. And here is the drip line that was very convenient and that I'm going to use to determine where I have to cut the chicken mesh below. All of this process was made so much more difficult because the belt was already filled and there was no way that we could move it. So I have to dig in for everything, to cut, to push the pipe. It was a nightmare. And here I managed to push the pipe. And then the next thing that I had to do is I had to add the elbow from below. And for this I had to heat the pipe up because it was so cold, it was just impossible to push the elbow into the pipe. Then all that was left to do is to just push the pipe so that it's as low as possible and cut it to the size. I didn't have the pipe cutters with me on this day, and that's also one of the reasons why I stopped when I finished with this one, because I wanted to use the pipe cutters. So I moved on to some other tasks in the garden, one of which was to add the deep blue dye to the pond. This dye isn't going to hurt any wildlife that is currently in the pond, but it is going to prevent the algae buildup. And yeah, I suggest that you use, when using this pond colors, that you actually use gloves, put the gloves on, because I had blue hands for next 2 days. But this is a bio color and it's not going to hurt anything, it will just make the pond look a bit nicer, and then my husband is going to be way more happy than when he's seeing the algae in the pond. I personally don't mind the algae because they serve their purpose, but I have to admit that pond looks really nice in this deep blue color. We are using the deep blue color and not the light blue color, so that's why the pond is such a deep blue. other task that I did on these days. Now, I removed this last fall, and it is much better to put it during the cold time of the year, because come March there are certain bugs and parasites that are crawling up the tree bark from their winter home below the tree, and this actually prevents some of the damage on the fruit and on the tree. It was April already, but the year was super cold, so maybe, just maybe, it will still catch something, and it's better to have this than to not have it, and I remember this time, so why not? And the last thing that we did was to mulch all of the branches using our trusty old mulcher. They were gone in about 5 minutes. It made the bed of mulch, and that was it for today. The old metal ledge I'm going to repurpose in this bed, and the trash we're going to take with us. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Until then, take care, bye bye.